Hello, welcome to my channel, I'm All Things Wrestling, and today I'm going to be giving my comments, opinions, and the results of TNA One Night Only Live 2017. I know, I'm a little bit late. It came out on Friday, it's now Monday, but I watched it and then I fell asleep and then I didn't get a chance to record it last night, and we're doing it now, okay? And I hope this audio is better for all of you guys because I have a new microphone. I hope it sounds amazing. Anyway, Bobby Lashley, now known as Lashley, apparently, came to the ring and got a promo about Davey Richards stepping into his business and costing him the TNA title last night at Impact, which was the Thursday. He challenged Davey Richards to face him in a match that night. Then we had that match. The finish happened. Richards snapped him with a Shining Wizard and locked in another ankle lock. Lashley got out of it and turned it into an armbar, and then Richards tapped out. My God, this match was absolutely amazing. First TNA match I've watched in about 6 years. I've got to say, about 6 years since I've watched TNA, and this match was actually entertaining. Richards apparently came off an injury, a year-long injury, and you wouldn't really tell that he had a year off. It was amazing. I gave the match a 7.5 out of 10. So it was a really good match, actually. Then Mackenzie Michael interviewed TNA X Division champion TJZ. He said he didn't have new opponents and was familiar with the challenges tonight, and they would once again have to lose to him. Very cocky attitude. I did like it. I'm kind of behind that DJZ character. He was pretty good. Then we had the X Division elimination fatal 4-way match between TJZ, Trevor Lee, Braxton Sutter, and Andrew Everett. Bloody hell. Everett went for a reverse flip but ended up taking out Lee. Z finally scored a pinfall on Everett with a forward roll. Everett got eliminated. Then Z went for a somersault move but was caught with a big hit by Sutter. Lee rolled up Sutter and hooked the tights for the win. Sutter got eliminated. Then we had a great back and forth sequence ending with DJZ catching Lee with the ZZT and scored the pinfall. Your winner and still X Division champion, DJZ. The match was alright. It did a bit of flippy shit like I'd expecting the X Division to do, but as an actual contest, he got a 6 out of 10, which is still good. Still good, honest. Then backstage, Davey Richards was all pissed off that he lost. Eddie Edwards tried to console him, but Richards said it was easy for him to say that because he is the champ and everyone loves him. Richards asked, "Who am I now? Your sidekick." Edwards told him to calm down, he has an idea, and they walked off. Another little bit of a good backstage segment, I enjoyed that. Then Robbie E came out. He played up to the crowd and said, "Crazy people like to fight." So he was issuing an open challenge to anyone from the DCC. Out came Bram. He said Robbie is either brave or really stupid for calling out a member of the DCC. He said whatever happened, Robbie did this to himself and this was on. He was preparing to fight and then he said he wanted the night off because he couldn't be arsed. Turned around and then Robbie E nailed him with a dive off the top rope. And then they rang the bell for the fight. Great way to start the match, I guess, to be fair. The match was alright. I'm going to admit, Robbie got a bit of offense in, but Bram mainly dominated him. The win happened when Bram distracted the referee by throwing down a wrist guard. Referee Earl Hebner removed it from the ring, allowing Bram to nail a blow and then hit the brighter side of suffering to score the pin. It was a 5 out of 10. I can see where they're going with Robbie. I can see why they're trying to push this guy, because he wasn't actually bad, but as an actual match goes, it was not the greatest. Then Jeremy Borash, who's still there from when I was watching it in 2006, the guy is still there, bloody 11 years later. That guy's hanging on to that job for all his fucking life. Interviewed Michael Bennett and Maria Caneless Bennett. Maria's in this company, Jesus. I remember her in WWE. He said that his father used to say to him he brought him into the world and he could take him out. He said that he brought Moose into TNA and he could take him out. Moose appreciated nothing and was a whiny bitch. He claimed that he won fair and square last night, but the cookie judge took it from him. He promised to run Moose out of TNA tonight by beating him. Good heel promo there. And I did find out Maria and Michael Bennett are actually married in real life, so the hyphenation is actually real. That match was really good, actually. The win happened. Moose slammed down Bennett with a slide slam, went for a pinfall, but Maria broke it up. Moose got in her face. Bennett tried to spear Moose, but he moved and Maria took the spear. Oh, it looked devastating, actually. Moose speared Bennett for the win. It was a really good match. I gave it a 7 out of 10. I was very impressed. It was a no holds barred, so there's a lot of weapon spots and everything, so everything is happy. Then they aired an Eli Drake Facts of Life segment with the Hardys last night. It was the Hardys. It was amazing. Then Eli Drake cut a promo saying he was going to take out the Hardys tonight with his partner, Tyrus. It was a really good promo. I did find out Tyrus is Brodus Clay. Didn't know what happened to him, but yeah, he was actually an interesting character, unlike the Funkasaurus, who could have died in a hole and I wouldn't have given a shit. Master Rocket then came to the ring. He said he wanted all the jive turkeys. Yes, he said it. Jive turkeys. He said even he could say it. He was the hottest commodity today. He said there was no athlete in the back that would like him. He was the biggest, fastest, stronger than anyone in the locker room. He said that tonight is the night he kicks off 2017 being the year of Mr. M80. It was alright. I enjoyed it. And then out came Bahala Shearer. I hope I pronounced that right, please. Said he's been training for months with Al Snow at Al Snow's school in the UK. And they had a match. For developmental talent, basically. It was actually a really good match. Shearer nailed it running over the shoulder power slam and a sky high for the win. It was really good, actually. Shearer's looking very promising. I did like it. I gave that match a 5.5 out of 10. Then we go to a backstage segment, and I'm reading my notes, and it just says, WTF is Rosemary. I still stand by that. What the fuck is she? She got a promo saying, we have spread a virus and decay within the knockout division with our reign. She's creepy. I assume we means her in the title belt. Yeah, she's creepy, but I can see the character. I was just kind of like getting ready for work, and then it just popped up on the screen, and it creeped me out. TNA Hall of Famer Gail Kim came out and she said she has to clarify. She's not clear to return to the ring, but she was not retired. She said her injury, we've heard it was a back injury, is taking longer to heal than she expected, and she will be back, and she'll be back for her Knockouts Championship. Rosemary came out and then took the mic and asked why she wasn't clear to wrestle. She said perhaps they couldn't find what was wrong with her, perhaps the surgery didn't go well. She said that they couldn't fix what was wrong with her soul. She said that misted Gail and it infected her soul, and that we own Gail now and she'll never wrestle again. Gail nailed her and then tried to grab her by the throat, but pulled away by referees and forced to leave. Rosemary told her to leave and demanded that her true opponent came out. It was great promo from both of these two. The knockout division is looking kind of good, actually. I like both WWE TNA women at the minute. Sienna was her opponent, and they had the match for the knockout championship. Sienna had pretty much control most of the match over Rosemary, but Rosemary spewed purple mist in her face and nailed the Red Wedding, which was an F5 for the pin. It was an alright knockouts match. I give it a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 is a modest score, especially for weird people. It was good. And then Jeremy Borash interviewed Jesse Goddards. He said he would be facing James Storrs. Goddards said they actually liked that they were tag team champions before they became single competitors. He said that they were one member of the DCC. There's probably 3 members, but he's prepared for all 3. Then we have that match. It was alright. Goddard's locked in a Boston Crab, but Kingston got into the ring and then he was tossed back out. Bram also got in. Goddard took him out and then he got hit by the last goal super kick from James Storm for the win. It was an alright match. I gave that a 6.5 out of 10. The next segment was actually good. The lights went out and then everyone started chanting, "We want power." And then the lights came back on. Abyss and Crazy Steve, apparently called Decay, hit the ring. They spewed mist in the face of Storm and Bram and they double steamed Kingston. The lights went back out again and they returned and Decay were gone. It was great, actually. It's nice to see Abyss is still there. Loved that guy back in the day. Him versus James Mitchell back in 2006, 2007 was one of the greatest storylines I've ever seen. Then we see EC3 cutting a promo about how his chance to become the TNA champion tonight and how he's going to make it happen. It was alright. Then we go to the Hardys in the ring before their match, and Jeff Hardy said Drake and his big mouth were going to be rendered obsolete. Matt Hardy did his usual mic work and it was great. He said tonight, Brother Nero could be Jeff Hardy, the charismatic enigma. It was great. Tyrus came out and ripped up somebody call your mama sign in the front row. It was funny. And disrespected Pope on the announce table and throwing his t-shirt in his face while he was announcing. Drake pointed in Matt's face and he bit the fingers off, and then we start the match. It was great. The Hardys are great. The finish happened. Jeff hit Twist of Fate on Tyrus on the floor, and then Jeff did a Twist of Fate onto Drake, who then turned around and got one by Matt, and then a Swanton Bomb. And then Matt got the pin because he was a legal man. It was absolutely great. Oh wait, how have I not told you the announce team? Josh Matthews and the Pope D'Angelo De Niro, aka Elijah Burke. I love the Pope Angelo De Niro, and Josh Matthews is actually really good. The commentary team was solid. I actually like him. It's better than WWE's at the minute. Oh God, please don't kill me. Jeremy Borash interviewed TNA champion Eddie Edwards. Edwards said it's been a crazy last 24 hours, and this is his craziest is what makes the world champion. He said that EC3 asked for another shot, and he's happy to give him a shot, and there'll be no controversy who the true champion is. Lashley came out and sat ringside and watched the main event. The finish happened. EC3 nailed TL3 off the top, but Lashley got in the ring with a steel chair. He handed EC3 the chair and said he should be fighting for the belt, not Edwards. EC3 considered it and then tossed the chair out. Lashley speared him. He probably should have hit Lashley, to be honest. Lashley brushed the chair and nailed Edwards, but Davey Richards hit the ring and got the chair. He went to hit Lashley, but EC3 instead, but by accident, he chased Lashley out. Edwards nailed a busted knee party and scored the pinfall. Bit of a clusterfuck by the end of it, but it was a great match, to be fair. I gave it an 8 out of 10. It was probably the best match of the night, but then again, it is the TNA Championship. You do expect that to be the best match of the night. Overall, with the pay-per-view, I enjoyed this. Granted, I didn't watch it live because I had to watch it the next day, but it was great. For my first TNA show, I actually really, really enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed TNA again. Be expecting regular TNA content of the pay-per-views, the predictions, and all that kind of stuff like I do for WWE with TNA, because I do want to add it, because I've just bought the TNA Total Access app, because, you know what? I want to. I don't care what you all think. I do. Please don't hate me. Anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed this video. If you want to see more TNA content, please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.